back at him, I'm back strong. E.
Talks episode 10 coming to you
live
from Real Squad headquarters, aka pre-recorded live for us, but you know this is how we do it nowadays. So to my left I got Chase, short 40, have a 48,
24.
I was gonna say 40. This time, you know, actually give give him the 40.
The one time he gives me the actual number that I am. Anyways,
and then we got Danny Pass over here, and then to our left, okay, actually his left. So to our left, we got Kause.
Oh, sweet, that's badass. What's up, guys?
So how you doing, bro? How you feeling?
I'm feeling hungover, but I'm feeling great though.
There you
You know, it's a nice day over here in San Antonio.
Oh yeah, that's probably better than over here, bro. It's like super cloudy up here.
Yeah, we just got a storm. That's why. So we just got a storm, and now it's like the next day, and it's beautiful. So.
Oh wow, must be nice.
Yeah.
Does it get humid down there? Like hella humid or not really?
No. Houston's probably the worst. Like it's rarely humid here in San Antonio. It's usually just hot, like super hot and dry. Yeah.
Over here, it just gets fucking humid and disgusting after it rains, and it's annoying.
Honestly, and it's December already, so
And
this
it
year's
still
over.
gets hot and I sweat.
All right, so tell us about yourself, bro. I want to get to know you. What's up?
I got you, man. So I am 23 years old. Like I said, straight out of San Antonio, born and raised. I guess like I've always been in love with music, never really took the jump until recently. So I would say I'm a fairly new producer to the scene and everything.
Okay.
I've been DJing for about 2 years though, so I kind of just practice that because I think every producer should at least know how to DJ. You know, no pre-recorded sets in this house. But yeah, so I guess that's just
over here.
yeah.
I just pre-recorded mix, put it on channel 4, and act like I'm doing stuff with 1, 2, and 3.
Oh yeah. No, but yeah, that's I guess that's just a little rundown of everything. So I guess we'll just get into it more in the interview.
Okay. So you said you started producing as of recently, right?
Yeah, recently.
Okay, so what do you like produce? Like, what do you feel like your lane? What are you most comfortable with?
Yeah,
producing?
for sure. I would say definitely dubstep, primarily, but I guess for my sets on bass, so I do like any type of like trap or hybrid trap, and then dubstep, and occasionally some good rhythm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but yeah,
I feel that for sure.
For sure. Primarily those, though. I've always been a bass head, so I think the best way to do it was just to start practicing on what I want to make and like what I play in my set. So it's always been dubstep, and I'm working on a couple of other things just because, you know, like being around bass all the time kind of like gets not tiring, but it gets overwhelming, I guess.
Repetitive for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, so working on a bunch of other stuff right now. But yeah, that's primarily what I do.
Hey, make sure to send the tunes over here, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
If you want to hear a triple, one of your tunes. I got you.
So, would you say any particular artist or artists have motivated that influence?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And who would that be?
It's kind of weird because a lot of the artists I like or like have just like inspired me are all trap artists, and except for one, I'm a huge Boombox Cartel and Bilo fan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like I've seen Boombox ever since like there was 2 of them. Like when I saw them in El Paso like 2016, I think. So that was a really cool experience.
Hell yeah.
Bilo's one of the homies too, and then I think overall like, what got me into dubstep was Zomboy.
Ooh.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's a cool little introduction to it.
I've been listening to him since like high school, like when he first came out with his first EP, and I was like, what the fuck?
Was it? I think Nuclear was in that EP or somewhere around the time.
Yeah. There was one more before that. I forgot what it was called though.
I can't remember.
But yeah, he's been around for a while. Yeah. I remember in high school, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I don't know what it is, you know.
Dude, I wasn't even in high school.
Dude, I remember back in like high school because I feel like because we're the same age. For me, I used to fucking like play Minecraft and shit, and I just had Pandora playing, so that's how I discovered fucking like sessions like 8-bit or 8-bit like a Mega Man track.
Yeah,
and like
I forgot about Pandora.
Yeah, back when Pandora
Yeah,
was a
for
thing.
real.
Yeah, when Pandora was the shit. Yeah, I
Pandora.
remember that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's cool to see somebody like actually like another person getting introduced via the same artist,
Oh,
because I
yeah.
feel like it's mostly like Skrillex and then some other like bigger EDM artists. But then
Like
whenever somebody
Extinction or
says
something.
Yeah, correct.
so whenever somebody says
Correct.
Zomboy, I'm like gassed up, I'm geek, because that was like
Yeah,
my,
hell
somewhat
yeah.
like my introduction as well.
Hell yeah, for sure, dude. He's awesome. Like, have you ever seen him live?
Dude, his
Or
energy
not?
on
Mhm.
stage is just insane.
Yeah, it's fucking badass, dude.
I saw him
Like,
at
probably.
Land. I saw him
Same.
at Land.
Oh, really?
Oh my
Same.
god, bro.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was crazy.
Hell yeah. I
I don't
actually
know if that was the only time I've seen him. I
It
might
might
have
be.
seen him at a festival too, but I don't know where.
just real quick. I saw him before Keizo was big. So it was a little show in San Antonio, and the lineup was him, and then direct support was Keizo.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
and I was like,
insane.
I was like, who the fuck
What?
is this? Yeah, I was like, who the fuck is this dude?
Wow.
And then now Keizo's Keizo. You know? Yeah.
playing in Taiwan at I think it was Ultra,
Yeah.
where he just
Yeah.
recently played at. So that
Yeah.
was cool to see,
Yeah, that's
like an
insane.
actual festival going on right now.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, like nothing's going like
And I'm just like over here watching the stream with like a tear going down my face. And it's like, come on, America, this could be us right now.
Yeah, I know. Honestly.
Billy playing.
Oh my god. So do you feel like, I guess like the OG dubstep, like people that you used to listen to, do you think they have like an influence in the music you're making right now, or?
They definitely inspired me to get kind of that like wonky feeling, because I think, and I know a lot of like the old dubstep has a lot of like melodies in it, specifically melodies in the intro and stuff. And I always thought that was cool. I'm not like a big music theory person, but I know how to play like instruments and everything. So
Okay.
I kind of just so I just like kind of hear it. But I think definitely for them, like I want to grow more towards that area. I definitely like love Zomboy and everything, so I'm trying to get, like I said, it's all melodies. It's really what I'm practicing right now, because I think my drops are good, but it's just like the intro and breaks are like, they're kind of empty for me, honestly.
Something I've always preached, even before I got into EDM and just like with music in general, I felt that tracks with melodies were a lot more memorable and
for
stayed
sure.
around for longer, just
Oh,
because
yeah.
they had that melody that kind of like was either catchy or I don't know. It's just something that like made those tracks stand out because they were different.
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're also good. So it's good.
Yeah,
It's
for
cool
sure.
to see somebody actually implementing that nowadays, because I feel like most people, they don't really have any like chord progressions or any kind of like progression in the
Oh, yeah,
track.
no.
It's kind of just like focused around like the drops nowadays.
Yeah, try and make the drop as heavy as you can, and everything else is kind of like
That's
put
it.
aside.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hell yeah, I respect that.
Yeah. So I know we talked about this yesterday, but how would you say COVID has affected you positively or negatively or both?
I'll give you the same answer, bro. Yeah, so negatively, just because I put on some weight. Positively,
Go ahead
yeah.
and say what you said yesterday. Freshman 15.
Oh yeah. I got the COVID 15, not the 19.
COVID 15. I'm good.
Yeah. So I got the COVID 15, and then from then on, I just stuck a lot to music. Like every day, it was just music. Wake up, like let's work on like 3 or 4 hours on the track.
Grinding.
Go,
Hell
yeah, just and then find something else to do, because I don't want to like be sitting on my computer all pissed
All
off,
day.
because I can't.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Stuck on the
Yeah.
same shit.
I feel
Hell
like,
yeah.
I feel like something that people don't really talk about nowadays is that even though you like people like really do have a lot more free time, is that they don't really give themselves that mental break, because they'll find themselves like in a 6 to like 9 hour session on their computer, and
Oh,
they're just,
yeah,
like,
dude.
And I feel like it can get to the point where they kind of like drain themselves out, and I don't feel like that's like those breaks or doing it in like small segments is kind of like talked about as it should.
Oh yeah, and honestly, what I will say is like I had a bad habit of, so a lot, like I said, a lot of my friends are producers, and then so there's a bunch of my friends are also like starting up like me, and I know some of them are like getting like really good, and I don't know, I always, and then seeing like all these Subsidia and all these other people coming up on releases and stuff that aren't big names.
Uh-huh.
At first I took it off like, damn, like I have a lot of pressure on me right now, like I want to be like the next person, but at the same time like sat down to myself and had like a real talk. It's like it's not gonna just come from forcing it, like I joined the music and everything to have fun with it. I didn't do it to like feel like
that
all the
pressure.
headstrong with. Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Because honestly, if I'm not having fun, I'm gonna hop off like my laptop and stuff. Because then at that time, it's not like
It's not
why
worth
I'm
it.
doing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
I say that for sure.
What I was gonna say, talking about like the Subsidia and like other like major releases, I feel that a lot of the underground people, like smaller ones, they saw that and it again felt like they had like some kind of pressure applied to them. But I feel that artists and creators should just kind of just like take their time with it again, letting it come naturally, not only with like, you know, the recognition that they get, but like with the projects that they put out, how they work on it, just work on it naturally. Because I feel once you do that, I feel like people that kind of like support you and everything, they kind of just get accustomed to you just putting out stuff whenever you want to, rather than you kind of just like forcing yourself to keep doing stuff, keep like pushing out tracks, stuff that you might not be fully content with, and overall either just burn yourself out, or if it gets to the point where you start off like that and you want to get to that flow where you're just doing stuff how you want to when you want to, I feel like people kind of get to themselves like, oh, I'm like losing, you know, recognition or something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just rather than them actually just gaining it.
I don't know, because I feel like nowadays with how fast social media is, people feel the need to constantly put stuff out rather than.
Do you?
Yeah, just doing yourself. And I feel like go for it.
Oh, you good? Oh, sorry. I was saying, I feel like it's more of like a content thing. Like you don't want people to forget you. Like, oh shit, like these guys just came out on this, but like, hey, like this, I just released this, or here's a new picture of me or something. You know, like just trying to get people involved. It's content, but I totally see what you're saying. Because like I was the same way. Like I think I released my first track in May, and I was like, okay, I want to try to do a track every month. But realistically, I'm like, that month goes by so fast when you're working on a track, and then mastering it and like getting like fresh ears from other people. It's kind of like, okay, realistically, I can wait on it, you know, because I think I think my last track I posted was in October, and that was like after like 2 or 3 months after I just released another one. So like I said, it's definitely a lot about spacing it out and like making sure that you're putting out your best work, or like what you're like happy you made, you know,
what you're comfortable with.
Because once it's all announced and posted and you don't like it, that's when it's like, probably not the best decision.
Ain't no going back there.
Yeah, and it almost feels like, are you doing this just, you know, for that recognition, or are you doing this because this is like what you want to do?
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. Oh yeah.
Chase.
So who should we be on the lookout for in your area in the San Antonio EDM scene?
Gotcha. So y'all obviously know who Pyro is. Love the dude.
The young goat, bro. Isn't he like 18 or something like that?
Yeah, he just turned 18. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, I remember one of our friends. He went with him to El Paso for a show like last COVID. But before pre-COVID.
PC.
And and they said that like his rider, like they were like treating him like royalty, you know, like, but obviously for riders, for like us people our age, it's like bottles and everything like that. And he was like, yeah, I was like, I didn't want anything. They just took me to CVS to get Skittles and a sweet tea.
Oh my god.
And I was like, bro, that's badass, dude. Like honestly, if I could have been doing what he's doing like at that age without any like backfire people like talking or anything, I would definitely have jumped for it. But definitely Pyro, Blaze, George Toscano. One of my friends, Martini, he's actually like, he just started like, I think last year, and he's been doing really good ever since. So definitely check out those guys. Okay. If you all get a chance, for sure.
Oh yeah. I think I've heard of Martini before too. From Twitter.
But he has a 4 in his name. Yeah,
it sounds familiar.
The first time I ever heard of Pyro was whenever I first saw his name was whenever Grimefest was going to do that Rhythm Hours in Austin. I think it was Austin.
Oh, yeah.
And it was a Sora, Pyro, and then Neonix back-to-back Akios, and then Shivers for the head.
Shivers, yeah.
That was the first time I ever saw Pyro. But then that happened, and then we managed to get him for a stream. And it was funny because he was like, I recorded the set in the morning, or like the day of the stream. He sends it in. It's an hour-long set, and that man dropped nothing but doubles the entire time. And I'm just like, just watching like, how?
It was insane.
Like, how?
It was awesome.
It was a good set.
Bro. In his set, or like he'll like post snaps, and he's just like doing it. He's like, hey guys, here's another double. I'm like, did you just do that 30 minutes ago? Like, what the fuck? Takes a break and goes back at it.
Yeah, that man. I feel like his hard work is showing. And
for sure.
What he's putting out. So.
Yeah, we definitely got to get him back for another stream for sure.
That was a good set.
Oh, for sure. Oh yeah.
So, what's the most recent show that you have played?
Recent show. I recently just played in October on the 29th. Because that was like a busy week. I had a show like the week before that for Champagne Drip, and then after that it was the next week, and it was George Toscano headlining, and I played with It was me. It was George Toscano and then Tech Savvy and Serotonin.
Okay.
The fucking guys, bro. I love those.
Yeah,
two.
dude,
They're so genuine, bro.
Yeah,
I love
dude,
them.
they're so nice, bro. Like, they played. They're direct supporters, so I played before them, and I finished my set, bro, and like I just turned around, like someone bumped into my chest, and it was Serotonin. Dude, she's small as fuck.
Tiny.
Yeah.
I was just looking down at her. I was like, thanks. I was like, go kill it. I put like a stool under there, put her on top of it. No, I'm just kidding.
She's the goat. I remember because we did a live stream for them. It was like at a place, and we were actually like playing it live, and
Yeah.
it was cool just seeing like her team, getting to sit down with them and seeing like how they operate and how they like.
Oh, it's Sydney and everybody.
Yeah.
Or baked up. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool like seeing them, finally getting to know them. And Sarah, she was really dope. And then
Super nice people. Super nice.
And Tech Savvy. She's just the trap queen. The trap queen, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's
We got Tech Savvy coming up on the Squad Talks episode too. I'm excited.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
So I'm hyped for that.
So were both of those events drive-ins, or?
So one was like I said, I was part of the last take. I said I was part of a production company, and we don't own, but we have a tie-in with one of the venues here in San Antonio, and it's a pretty big size venue. So what we did was just the whole social distance. Like I think like our preparations like is a week before the show, so we'll go there. We literally get measuring tape and we like measure out every single like angle of the building, and then we put tape on the floor for every 6 feet and like an additional 2 feet.
Okay.
So there's for sure like social distancing. We acquire a team to make sure that like we get like some girls to be the servers and they'll like walk up and down the rows and stuff. We have like full security, so it's like a legit ass event, and everybody's having a good ass time like on their chairs and stuff. So yeah. So we do a really good job because we know everybody's craving the shows.
Right.
So like let's just like we try to offer like what we can with like what's going on right now. So
do the best that you can. Yeah.
It's good to see somebody actually like trying to put in the effort, not trying, but actually putting in the effort to try to make it as safe as possible. Because there's some people that really don't, and they're just like, all right.
Or they say that they will, or just put it on the flyer and then actually don't.
Everybody just goes and then starts doing their thing. Yeah.
And it sucks because like it's I wouldn't say it's a bad look for the artists that are playing because again. I mean, okay, it kind of is.
Is it not?
Yeah, but it's like going into it. Like for artists, you don't really like know how it's set up until you get there.
Oh yeah.
And like the most you can do is like just get on the mic and be like, hey, do you guys mind like spreading out, please?
Yeah.
They'll do it for like 5 minutes and then go back.
And they come back. Yeah, it just sucks because then like it just takes one person to post a picture and they're like, oh, why is like everybody? Yeah, so it's kind of like I said, it sucks, but like I said, we try our best to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, for sure. And then you've played a drive-in, right?
Yeah, I've done 2 of them for the same.
And then what do you think about those, like compared to those shows?
Personally, I don't like the drive-ins.
Really?
If I'm being honest,
Okay.
yeah. Just because, so I think that the way the stages are set up, I think it's primarily for the people that are closer, versus the people at the back. Because if I ever go to a show, I want to be part of the experience. But like when you're like fucking all the way in the back and you just see a little TV screen, and you're listening from your radio, it's kind of like, maybe this isn't like $100 worth.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel that.
I just feel like they could do more, and I know that these promotion companies or like promoters and stuff can, or like even Disco Donnie, I know he can like do a nice ass like drive-in like where it's like fully decked out and stuff, It'd be like
maybe like more screens, so there's
more screens, maybe some speakers and stuff, just something to like get the crowd more and like involved, Yeah,
I've never been to a drive-in. I only said that the only drive-in I would go to is if Slander played. Those are my boys.
But now, it's funny that you mentioned Disco Donnie because the one that I went to for, I think, it was Subtronics and Hesh, and then, that whole kind of like collective.
Yeah.
So with Al Raz, Zia, I think, and then Level Up. So I went to that one, and it was funny that you mentioned that because I went to the Adventure Club one, and I was like, all right, I wish, there's like stage production with like sound coming from the stage.
Yeah.
And then they moved it from wherever they did it to Fair Park, and that one actually had like full like sound production on the stage.
Yeah.
And it was cool because I remember at one point I had to dust off my earplugs because I haven't used them forever. I was like, okay, I gotta put these in because it was actually that loud, and we were like in the middle of where the
Oh,
I
damn.
guess where you can park, and actually had to plug in my earplugs. So I was like, oh shit,
Yeah,
this is
that's
actually
crazy.
Yeah. I need to invest in some, honestly.
Yeah, everybody. If you're watching this, go.
Earplugs.
Protect your hearing. Guys.
Yeah,
So thank me
honestly.
later.
I need it.
Hopefully, I mean, I hate saying hopefully that more people do that in the future because it's like kind of implying that we're not gonna get out of this. But
Yeah.
for however
sure.
for however long we're in this for, hopefully more promotion companies and the people that run these events can incorporate that because it does make the experience of going a lot better.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Oh yeah.
So if you had to play any event, any festival, any venue, what would it be?
Oh, festival or venue? Definitely. I just do venue right now. Festivals are always gonna be changing, and like there might be new ones popping up later. I really love Stereo Live, both Dallas and Houston. I think those are I think those are some like badass venues. I mean, I never had like a bad experience at them, honestly.
Honestly,
So-
That's a surprising answer. I did not expect that.
why?
I just wouldn't expect someone to say Stereo Live.
I mean, I
have so
would.
many.
Because I mean, if you're playing at like one of the venues that you use to go to
No, I
go
get
see
it.
the artist you want to go
No, I
see
understand that.
whenever you're starting off, wouldn't you want to go play that? Like, I guess your home.
Some people.
Yeah.
Kinda like
No,
venue.
yeah, for sure. I definitely get going back to your home stage. But when you have all these
Badass,
venues
bigger venues,
worldwide,
yeah.
I'm like, nah.
I feel like it's more like a sentimental kind of.
No, I
value.
definitely get that.
So.
I'll definitely
Yeah.
come back to my hometown and cry. But I'm definitely finna go to Europe and I'm just
And cry.
and cry some more now.
It's like I think Future said it. It's like, do you want to cry in that in a Toyota or do you want to cry in a Benz or something?
I love that.
Oh my God.
So let's say you opened, whichever you said, Houston or Dallas. What would you open with?
Like song wise or like or
Song-wise.
style?
Song-wise.
Oh, sound wise. I've always heard that you have to ask the headliner, like, is it okay if I can play my stuff, or is it because I know there's like was like headliner courtesy or opener courtesy.
You should hit on this topic too.
Yeah, because definitely I like as a brand. I don't really like to say brand because I'm a fucking person, but like
one second.
you know.
Go.
Sorry, Coco
No, you
wanted
gotcha.
her special guest appearance. So yeah,
No,
we're good. Go for it. Sorry about that.
Gotcha. No, I got you. Yeah, I don't like to say like I'm a brand personally because like I like to be like I'd rather be a person. Everybody, you know.
100%.
I'm really easygoing, but I think I would love to play like what I make. So it's gonna be a little heavier because like that's something I worked on.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like not to be like sound like an ass or anything, but like I didn't like be an opener slot to just play house music or like not play what I made. Because I think that's where a lot of the recognition comes from. It's people not seeing you for the first time and then being like, oh shit, like what the fuck, what song is this? Like Shazam it or something, and it pops up on Spotify. It's like, oh shit, it's this guy's song. Like I think that's where a lot of the like that growing comes from. But like obviously like at the headline it's just like, you can't, then okay, can't do anything about it, but the recognition's still gonna be there later,
I feel that.
I remember talking about this or getting on this subject a little bit with David, or stage name being Big Worm, and he mentioned that he'll usually reach out to the artist that he's either opening for or playing for, and he'll ask like, hey, do I have a bit like creative ability just to do whatever I want, or do you want me to have like an opening set? And a majority of the time they'll tell you like, yeah, dude, just go up there and do you. But I think like as quote unquote like the opening courtesy or whatever, it's just what he had taught. I think it's just like a matter of not playing their songs and some of like the more popular songs that are like really out right now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm pretty sure,
For sure.
like unless it's like your song, well, like there's still that possibility that like your song is like the number one that's out right now and you're still opening. I'm pretty sure it'd probably just be like, oh, just end it off, with that.
Yeah.
But either most of the majority of the time, I'm pretty sure you just have the ability just to do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. And I've done opening sets before, and we kind of like play like some downbeat stuff, or we'll do like some house, and then slowly introduce it to like the heavy stuff, for like the last 15 minutes. And, yeah.
Dude, it's funny that we're actually talking about this because I remember like going on Twitter like months ago and seeing like this debate between the upper echelon artists where they said that some were arguing that, opening DJs need to play like an opening set, and then other DJs saying like, oh no, I just want my openers to do what they want. And I feel like one thing, I forgot who it was, I can't remember who said it, but whenever they started opening up, they said that it helped them, in terms of like DJing, like in general, because it kind of like, as you're going, like you kind of have to read the crowd, making sure that they're not going too crazy or just experimenting with your track selection or whatever. And overall just made them like a better DJ rather than them just doing what they want. So I feel like,
for sure.
I don't know, it's like, it's a weird, cool concept, like, the opening courtesy, but
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Are you making fun of me?
No.
Because I said that like in the last one, where it's like something about like music, how it like fast, like it's evolving, or it's like a cool thought, but it's also scary. So I thought he was making fun of me.
No. It's okay to be scared sometimes.
But yeah, it's cool. For me, if for some reason if I ever got to that point, I'd just be like, yo, just do whatever you want, bro.
No, hell yeah. We've all been there,
Until the opener steals all your spotlight.
Go for it, bro. I love showing love to the underground. God damn it.
Yeah. For me personally, I think that like not because I've never been in that position, but I think that like if you're scared and openers and do better than you, then you probably do you deserve the headline spot, You know what I'm saying?
It's like you're headlining for a reason, bro. Come on.
Yeah, full send,
Full send that bitch.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right, so you said you've played a couple shows so far, like either like socially distant shows or drive-in shows, right?
Yeah.
So have you played streams yet? And if so, like, what are your takes on that?
Honestly, I think since quarantine I've done at least 13 or 14 streams.
Sheesh.
And it's personally I have to like, I'm not gonna lie, I drink like a lot before just to like try to feel the vibe and everything, But like, it's just really hard, and I think for your streams you have to make a new set every single time because it's like saying. Yeah. Oh, that's Big Worm, right?
Yeah.
You said this then? Yeah. I just think that you have to, because then if people see you start off with the same song in like the first 5 minutes, you're like, okay, like it's the same thing,
Yeah.
So like, and then having to do that like every single week or like every other month, it's like, damn, dude. But for me personally, the live streams are cool because when I'm making new music, I always throw them in my sets, and then once the live stream comes, I want to see how it sounds like coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, like this sounds cool, or like maybe I should like touch this up or whatever. And I think a lot of it also for the live stream, I take it as practice. So whenever like I'm like a huge like self-critic, so like after the live stream's done, it's posted, I literally like watch what I'm doing and like say like, okay, like this transition might have like not been the best, like let's change the songs up or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, so yeah, I think it's a trial and error thing, but I think being asked to do a lot of them, it kind of gets like gets like tiring, I guess.
I can see that for sure.
I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that 100%. So I told them like, no more for me.
No, yeah, it's just crazy because the way we do our live stream is like we have like I said, we have like a full-on company, so like we literally have people coming out with their cameras, like different angles, and like we have to set up a stage and everything. So it's like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's like fuck. It's kind of, and it's a lot of work for the team too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you feel like for starting, like artists that are barely like getting the recognition, because of this, like they have that platform? Do you think that they should be playing it, or do you think that they need to practice more?
You said for rising artists?
Yeah, like artists that are barely getting their time to shine. Like, do you think that they should practice more, or do you think that they should kind of like in a way take this as their practice?
Yeah, I think that right now this is, especially throughout COVID, this is your time to like be better, so that way when all this is done, like your first show is gonna be like your best whenever.
Yep.
Like this is all practice, trial and error. That's basically like how this whole life is right now. It's trial and error, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. Yeah.
Because like I don't know, because for me it's like I feel like people should like in a way take this as practice, because they'll get the chance to go back and see what they did wrong, and then whenever they have the opportunity, like after COVID, to go out and actually play in front of like a live crowd, not only do they have like, let's say, experience on a CDJ, which they might not have before, or just just getting better practice at like mixing, getting the transitions in. That way, if this wouldn't have happened and their first show would have like still taken place, it would have been like super rough, as opposed to like now where they got that experience to practice it and actually got the time to put in the work.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you just mentioned that too. I forgot, like, they're not. I mean, I don't even have CDJs. I know it's like a huge thing too. Like my first time using them was for Nitty Gritty,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
Gosh.
I was like, I don't know what these are. Like, I was just mixing on every down. So like it's definitely a lot of practice, and I think that that's another thing that people should learn is at least learn how to play on CDJs or like, because people say it's just mixing, but if you don't know like all the technical parts of it, then it's like, yeah, you're gonna have a bad
Right.
time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
100%.
something that I've definitely had the pleasure of getting able to learn over COVID is CDJs.
Yeah.
A live stream place that we've been using has had CDJs, so we've been thankful enough to be using those.
Oh hell yeah.
Learn those, so
Oh, yeah. It's a huge game changer.
yeah, for
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Honestly.
For sure.
And I feel like, you know, people having that opportunity to actually go out and play on CDJs is super, super helpful because, again, like going back to how you said whenever you opened up for Nitty, going up there, how intimidated were you whenever you saw professional
Oh.
DJ equipment for the first time?
Oh, dude, like I'm not gonna lie, like just even to today, like I don't know if y'all have weak stomachs. Like I throw up before every show. Like
Oh,
I get like butterflies because I just overthink everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you when I went to fucking Nitty, I got there I think to the setup and everything. I think 4 hours before the opener went on, and I just saw this motherfucker and I was like, dude, I can't do this. Like I can't do this. Like I was like calling my friends. I was like I don't want to do this. Well, they're like, well, you fucking have to because you know
Damn.
you're on the line. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I just did it. Like honestly, like every single time I finish a set on those things, it's like okay, I got better. I
One
did
step
this
closer. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So do you
For
get
sure.
nervous every time you go play like a show?
In general,
yeah.
or just live?
Oh, like what do you mean live? Like,
Well, like you throw before live streams too?
oh, I think you said like live. I was like, yeah, like life's cool. You know, no, live streams no, just because I know that I can edit stuff out if I need to. You know, to make it sound perfect. Shows every show though, like I get so sick. Like it's just pre jitters, and then after that I'm good.
Dude, cause I was gonna say, because I was watching like an Infect, I think, vlog last night, and he said like as he was, because I think he was playing EDC in that vlog, and he was like something that he learned through just like I forgot who he was studying, but I think it was like philosophy that he was studying. But he said that whenever you get up there and you're feeling nervous, don't ever tell yourself you're nervous. Tell yourself you're excited to play.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Anxious or something. Yeah, hell yeah.
Because whenever he said that, I was like, hold on, like this makes sense. And then he went on to explain like, because the same like side effects or like symptoms that you feel whenever you're excited are damn near identical whenever you're nervous. So whenever you're telling yourself, oh, I'm excited to play, it just gets you excited and it gets you more amped up. So it brings you up rather than telling yourself, oh, I'm nervous, and then you just overthinking everything.
Yeah.
It kind of like shuts you down.
Yeah, it's just almost
I
how
feel
you
that.
perceive it.
So
Oh yeah.
a little infective.
Yeah,
for
I'm gonna
everyone.
carry that with me. Hell yeah, I'm gonna carry that with me.
That's a good one. I like that.
That
So
hit
if you
home.
had if you had a dream back to back, who would it be?
Oh shit! Honestly, bro, Zomboy.
Zomboy, yeah.
Straight up, yeah. And like I don't even know how it. I have yet to play a back to back or like a serious back to back
Uh-huh.
with any like artists I've never known. So I think those are always like nerve wracking because like I don't care what anybody says, but you have to have chemistry with someone when you're doing a
100%.
back to back.
100%.
I feel
Because
that.
if y'all is like what is it called? Like track selections off or like the way y'all are mixing, the style of
Yeah, it's not
mixing.
gonna flow.
Yeah, it's huge. That's big on my part. Like I try to avoid back to backs as much as I can. Like if I've never practiced with them, and it's no disrespect.
No,
it's just
smart.
that like,
If
yeah,
the
I
chemistry
just
isn't there, then it's like it's not. I don't want to say it's gonna go bad because you know depending on how both of you are in terms of like your skill at DJing, it can go well.
Yeah.
But it just gets it's just a lot better. It flows a lot better whenever you have that chemistry.
oh yeah, hell yeah. I mean, even if it happens, you know, you just go out there, have fun. You know,
Because I mean, at the end of the day,
Practice.
people are only really gonna focus on the drops in the music and the tracks
Yeah.
that you're playing, rather than like he mixed it off or he was off in terms of like
Yeah.
whenever he mixed it in by like 4 bars or whatever.
Yeah.
Or, like, whatever.
and that's what's crazy. Like nobody thinks about like as a crowd before I got into all this. Like I never thought about that. I was like, oh fuck, this drop's badass. But I
Right.
think like as you get more familiar with the scene and stuff, you're like more critical on like other DJs and like oh like that I don't know about that. You know like and it sucks. It's like a bad trait that like I think a lot of people like have acquired just like listening and how like you're like really critical of like how other people are mixing or like their style or whatever.
At the end
But,
of
you
the
know-
day, bro, you're just there for the music and for the game,
Yeah,
a good time.
hell yeah.
Like
Hell yeah.
that's all I gotta say.
Facts.
But
Absolutely.
for back-to-backs, I feel like they would be fun just because every time I've gone back-to-back, it's like with somebody I've had like a good connection with, and it's because we all have like this kind of same mentality where it's like a quote-unquote competition, because it's like, oh, you played this, oh, let me one up you and play this.
Let me show
and
you.
It's like, oh, you did that, let me one up you and do that.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're fun in that aspect, because as the set progresses, it just gets more and more intense and insane.
Oh, hell yeah, absolutely.
So
I agree with that 100%.
If you have the option to go to like back-to-back with somebody that you really really like playing with, or just like their mixing styles and you're cool with it, 100% recommend.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've done a couple back-to-backs, especially with Martini. Like, we do house shows here in San Antonio too, so like we get like a lot of chemistry just from practicing off of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the bass shows come, like I think our first back-to-back for a bass show was like probably one of the funnest like shows I've ever had.
That's awesome.
Because it's like as the set progresses, both of y'all's energy kind of like just goes up and up.
Oh,
throughout
yeah.
the set. So it's super fun.
And he's one of my homies too, so I think that's another factor too. Like it's fun to go back-to-back with your friends.
100%.
Yeah, speaking of homies, you got any shout-outs?
Yeah. I just name, like I said, I just do it again. Shout out Pyro, George Toscano, Blaze, Martini. I actually forgot one. Days Off.
Days Off.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
funny you mentioned Days Off, because because me and him, we were on the same lineup for an event here for Halloween, and then one of my friends from like the town that I live in, he's like, oh, that's Days Off. I was like, yeah, because I didn't really know him that well. And he's like, yo, he's my homie. Tell him I said what's up. I was like, wait a second. It's like this dude has like I think releases on Bygore, if I'm not mistaken, or Subsidiary or something.
Days Off, yeah. Bygore and
like,
Subsidia, yeah.
He has like those major record releases, and then it's like my friend that I've known since high school that has nothing to do with this, and he's like, yeah, I know. Tell him I said what's up. I was like, okay.
Hell yeah.
So that's weird how all this shit comes back full circle.
Yeah, they're all cool dudes. Super nice, humble guys. Clowns, honestly. Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, you should see us behind the scenes, bro. We are some fools.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. Like, honestly, the persona they put on like their profile and stuff, like all badass and stuff. But like these motherfuckers, like when we're all together, it's nowhere near that. Yeah, it's nowhere near that. Yeah, hell yeah.
It's all like dolphins and unicorns.
Oh my god. All right, so we're approaching like towards the end of this podcast right now. So is there anything like you want to say before we start wrapping this up?
Oh yeah. I've had an interview before. It was like for school or whatever. But I usually say this a lot, especially to like people who are new or like coming into the scene or whatever. Definitely like don't be scared to put yourself out, and don't be scared to like ask for help, or even like ask. I know it's like not the proper way to do it, but like ask to be put on the lineup, even if it's like an opening slot or whatever. Like just go in there with the intention of like, I want to try. Like I'm not trying to like stand up anybody or whatever. And like, because I just think that whenever you're scared and you don't want to do something, it helps you back even more, and it like really like slows down your like you guys progressing as an artist and stuff. So once I stopped like not really caring about what people were saying, but like just all these like all the norms, like, oh, like, well, you can't do this if you don't want to do this, whatever, like just full send it.
Yeah,
you're 100%. The worst thing you're gonna get is no.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Stop listening to those negative voices, honestly.
Yeah.
Just go
absolutely.
for it. Put yourself out there.
Oh yeah.
And even just like in like the broad spectrum of just like asking questions, even for like newer people that are like watching this, I'd say make sure to always ask questions every day, because if you're not asking questions, it's like you're not really growing, because there's always something you can learn from, like no matter what it is.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the whole excitement thing you just said, my voice is cracked. I'm a man. I'm just kidding. No, but the whole excitement thing from being like you're nervous, but it's really excitement. Like that's gonna help me a lot, honestly.
Yeah,
so
I like that a lot.
So hopefully I'll stop doing it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll figure it out.
I'm glad you can take something from this podcast.
Yeah.
You want to like shout out like in terms of like your end, like new tracks, releases, anything you want?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Profiles.
Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Real quick, shout out to Vivid Productions. If you guys haven't checked them out, we do travel around Texas. So if y'all ever need like badass production and a good ass like team that you can work with, yeah, make sure to check them out. I'll send you all a link for them, just so y'all can check them out. Yeah, so them, Shout Baked Up and Wicked Records. I have some tracks coming out with them again, so I'm super excited.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Hell yeah, keep it locked.
And then thank you for coming by,
man. It was good getting to know you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. Hopefully I can see y'all in Dallas soon. Figure it out.
Sweet. Just hit us up, bro. Just hit us up.
I got you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys for having me out again. It means a lot.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Later, guys.
Have a good day.
Squad Talks episode 10 is a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you on the next one.
Deuces.
Badass. Thank you guys.